welcome to my channel. My name is Risha J, and thank you guys for tuning in today. I want to say that I hope that you've been watching the previous videos so you can get to know me a little bit, get to know why I started this channel, why that I started talking about mental health, and why is this so important to me. And honestly, it should be an important piece for everybody. Everyone should be tapped into their mental health and doing things to get better and to create great habits and create, just good things for themselves in order to get better and do better in life. And that's just the reason why also too I have this channel, because I want you guys to know that we can fall, but we can get up as well. I think that's what Donnie McClurkin said. We fall down, but we get up. And I want to present this video to you so you can know how to get up, to know that you are not alone when you go through things, that we are all human. We go through things, okay? But the main part is, what do you do after the trauma, okay? Do you want people to throw you a pity party? Do you want to stay lost and confused? Do you want to stay down and depressed your whole life? Or do you want to get up and do something, try something different? Because I promise you there's so much better on the other side. You might not see it now because of your environment, your surroundings, and your circumstances, but I promise you that it gets better, okay? But you must believe that, okay? You really must believe that. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Today's topic, we're going to talk about being yourself and not allowing others to tell you who you are, okay? Let's talk about it. All right. For a while, I did not know myself, okay? I did not know myself. I let people run over me. I'm telling you, it's hard to believe, but I've let people run over me. I let people, just do me all kind of way. And me, I'm such a good-hearted person where I feel like, it's just, they still like me. They still love me, they're just going through a tough time. It's always me trying to defend them when they do me wrong. And whether that be your family, that be your friends, that be your partner, you just really gotta understand to come to the realization that those people are doing it because they don't like themselves. And let me tell you why we don't like ourselves. We don't like ourselves because we don't believe that we don't like ourselves, because we let what happened to us become who we are, and that's not who you are. And when you've been in a place so long and it seems so familiar, you think like, this is who I am, and they are calling me who I am. Whatever they say I am, that's who I am, and that's not the truth. When you get older, you start to realize that there's more out there. And what made me realize, if you didn't look at my previous video, is the people around you can change you. It's all about who you decide to surround yourself with. You can make that choice, okay? You are the CEO of your life. You can hire, you can fire, you can promote people, but you have to know when to do that. And you have to come to the conclusion and understand that you are important, okay? Because if not, you will lose yourself, and you will continue to lose yourself. And that's not a fun place to be, especially when you know better, you know what I'm saying? And then you just keep sabotaging yourself so you won't do better, because you feel like wherever I was, I feel so familiar with it. I'm comfortable. I don't want anything new because I'm scared. And you gotta get out of your comfort zone. That's how I started to learn myself. I'm getting out of my comfort zone. I started to, put myself around people that I don't normally be around. Like, for example, I had to come out of my comfort zone to talk and speak up more, because usually I'm just so quiet into myself. And I'm still that way, but like when I'm out now, I can socialize and I can know how to start a conversation. I can keep a conversation going because I know who I am. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. I know what it is that I want. I know what I want already. You know what I'm saying? So I know who I am, and I'm still learning that person too, so I want you to know, like, it is okay to not know who you are in the moment, but I want you to know too that it is okay to let go. Definitely okay to let go of what you're not, of what you don't want to be. Like, oh Lord, like, okay, I'm gonna give you a short story. I had a friend, okay, this is, I'm still learning myself, but I had a friend who, she was just so negative, and I put up with it for so long because I felt like, that's just, I was a toxic person too, I didn't know myself. I didn't know what I wanted in life. And that was just me having fun. And just being a young college girl. I mean, just having fun, doing what I want to do, whatever the case may be. And I mean, she was just so negative. And at first, I thought it was just so funny, and I just wanted to have, we were just having fun. I thought everything she did was so funny and all that good stuff. But then when we got old, like, as we got older and our friendship got older, because we've been friends for a couple years now, I realized that shit wasn't fun anymore. Like, enough is enough. You gotta know when to leave the party, and I had to know when to leave the friendship, because I realized too that a lot of that was coming on to me. Like, I don't want to be negative, especially when I realized, like, that's not what I want to be. Of course, I wasn't always positive. I was a negative person too. I was pessimistic. I was just a negative person. I was toxic. Okay, I was toxic. But I realized, like, over the years, I'm like, okay, I'm getting older. I realized, like, this is not what I want to do. I don't want to do this. And I had to cut her off. I did, because she was just so negative, and I felt like a lot of that was coming, like, it was bringing me down. And I'm like, listen, man, enough is enough. You gotta know when to cut people off. You have to know when to cut people off. That will save you. I promise. It will save you it will save you a lot of just craziness, honestly. Your sanity is important. Like, save yourself from things that you can save yourself from. Control what you can. And I knew I could control the situation and the friendship, so I had to I had to leave, And, just like that relationship that I talked about in my podcast, the first season, like, you have to know when to leave the situation. Enough is enough, okay? Enough is enough. And so I had to cut her off. Like I said, it was just so much negativity, so much chaos, okay? It was chaotic. It was so much chaos. So anyway, when I cut that off, I learned to be by myself and to maneuver and to navigate by myself. Like I said, we were always together, but I thought about it. I'm like, it's just too much toxic mess. And anyway, that gave me some room to, like, focus on what I do like, and like I said, I started to do different things. I started to apply to different jobs I never did before. I started to bet on me, and I started to get those jobs because I started to believe in myself, and I started to isolate myself from a lot of things, and that saved me a lot of drama, all that negativity. It saved me a lot. When you learn to be by yourself and you learn to be okay with being by yourself, okay? Loneliness will play its part, and that's normal. That is normal. But a better you is so much important. When you isolate from the party, you isolate from the negativity outside, you isolate from all the outsiders, and you get to spend more time with yourself. That is so important, okay? It is important. And I want you to know, like, a better you is so much better. Like, people say what they want to do, but they don't really do it. See, me, when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. When I say I'm going to disconnect from certain things, I'm going to do that. It takes me a while when it comes to certain things. If I feel like I've invested so much of my time, it's hard to leave, But when I actually do and I've healed from it, I'm going to leave it alone, because I'm like, I'm worth more, and I know that that's not for me. I feel like at the end of the day, like, I'm not going to stay where I'm not wanted, and also too, I'm not going to stay where there is just things that I don't value. I'm not gonna be around it. And we all grow. It's time to grow up. It's time to do better. It's time to get your shit together. You might not have all areas of your life together, but when you focus and press forward on getting better and doing better, better is going to come. You can't say you're going to do something and then you fumble and then you say, oh, well, it is what it is. Stop. Keep going forward. Keep asking God to guide you and lead you. I promise you, He's going to do that. But I feel like it's hard to get out of the comfort zone. It is hard because you're like, oh, you know, like what is that? It's so new. Just like new love and new friends, and you know, you just think everybody out to get you, and they're not like the old people. I promise you, those people may be better. Okay. But getting to know yourself, the main important thing is just being alone and just focus on God. You and God, y'all are in this. This is you guys together. And I want you to know, like, it is so important to just work on yourself. Take breaks from social media. I do it all the time. I still do. I work on myself in the meantime. I mean, I work on myself every day, even when I do have social media, but I uninstalled this app, Instagram or Snapchat. I barely be on Snapchat, but for sure Instagram. I'll probably uninstall that like 5 times a month. I'm just being honest. Like, I have to disconnect so I can reconnect with myself and reconnect with the things that I am now used to having and used to doing. For example, like my journaling, getting back into reading more, because I find myself kind of slipping off when I'm just wanting to scroll. But I want you to know, like, it is important to do the things that you love to do. It's important not to listen to people who tell you, you know, who say, oh, you won't do, I can't see you doing that. Oh, I don't know if you could do that. Please don't be around people who talk like that. Please don't be around people who talk bad on themselves. If you hear them talking bad about other people just to do it, they don't have anything else to do, don't hang around those people either. Like, for me, when I express myself, I'm really telling the truth, because me, I hold in so much. Well, no, not anymore. I'm not gonna say that. I kind of don't, I'm working on not saying as much is what I'm saying, because now I'm more outspoken. And I'm working on that because it might look crazy to other people, you know? So, I mean, like I said, I always have areas of where I need to work on myself. But all I'm saying is, when you are focused on you, don't let other people get into your head about what you should be doing, what you should look like, what you should say. People like to project their insecurities onto other people. Maybe because they're insecure, maybe because they don't have any friends or they don't have anybody around them, so they want to have someone that they can control. I don't know what it is, you know, like, some people, they're just negative, they're miserable, and some people, they don't want to see you do better if they're not doing better. So I want you to really ask God for discernment and be able to distinguish the two. If those people are for you, those people will root for you, those people will help you, those people will do everything they could to get you winning, okay? But the people who are not trying to see you win will not help you. They will not speak life into you. They would only be negative, they will only project, and they will only be nasty. You will start seeing those people who are jealous and envious of you. And that's when you get better and you do better. And I never understood that concept. Like, why do you get upset or you become envious of someone who was attempting to do better with themselves? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is, but it's really it's our Black community who are, and that is so sad to me, y'all. That's so disgusting to me. Because how can you get upset with someone who was trying to do better? You've seen how hard life has been for them, and you are upset at the fact that now they are doing better. You know, you can see it, and you're upset about that. You don't like it. You don't want it to be them that has that. You want what they want now. I mean, what they have. And I never understood that, y'all. I just never understood that. Because I was never that person like, oh, I wish I had that. Oh, girl, please. You're not even, I cannot. That's, oh my God, that's so disgusting to me. Like, I don't understand it. I don't get it. Maybe I never will. But anyway, I just want to say, y'all, please stay focused on you. This is really a quick message. I mean, it's something that you guys already heard so many times. And I'm just coming by just to let you know again, please focus on yourself. Please disconnect from social media. Please focus on you. Social media will always be there. I took a break after I moved out my previous apartment, and I felt like that was just right on anyway. Like, I was like, okay, well, I'm moving. I have so much going on. I'm going to delete all my social medias. I don't have time to be on social media. I don't have time to be scrolling. I have real life to deal with, real life stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have time to be scrolling on social media to scroll. And so I deleted all my social media, and I got back on social media so I deleted it towards the end of August, and I got back on it probably like in October, but then I deleted it again, and then I didn't get back on it until December. I love that for me because in the meantime, I was working on me. I was figuring out the things I wanted for myself. I was healing from a situationship. I was dieting, so I was on a diet for 3 months and just like learning new foods to eat and all that good stuff. And I'm telling you now, those foods that I've researched and I've learned what is good for me and my body, I am addicted to those foods now. So it was so much things that I was doing, real life stuff that improved me, and I've gotten so much better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna lie. When you feel like life is like, when you're going through that transformation season and you feel like life is really beating you up, or really God is really putting you together, that is the best thing to be in, because that's when you're really in school and you're really learning, you know? Not literally, but figuratively. You're really in school, you're learning, and you're unlearning some things that are not good for you that you were taught before and you've seen before. You know what I'm saying? Like, take time for you. Really cherish that, like, for real, because you will only get better. You will only get better. Grace of God. Lord, I thank you. You will only get better. But when you start to keep scrolling on social media and you continue to focus on what other people are doing, and you're taking so much time from you, and that time could be used to develop you, okay? But anyway, I want to tell you a quick story, just a really quick story. I read a book called Fahrenheit 451. And for my people, I'm sure a lot of you have read this book, but I love this book. Me and my friend Kendrick, we are in a book club, and this is one of the books that he pointed out to me. He said, let's read this. I think this is honestly one of the first books that we read since we started our book club. And I love that for us because we went to college together. And I know him from my classes, of course, because we were both English majors. And we were both English majors, and our concentration was literature. So anyway, when we read this book, after I read it, I was like, because what we will do is we'll read it and then we'll discuss it, whether that be over the phone, FaceTime, text message, whatever it is that will benefit us in the meantime, whenever, okay? But anyway, this is Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. And let me tell you what I learned from this book. Now, of course, on the internet will tell you all the themes of the books and the symbols, all that stuff, motifs and all that stuff about the book. But let me tell you what I thought when I read this book. When I read this book, I'll give you a gist of it. This book is about a guy named Guy Montag, okay? And Guy Montag, he's the protagonist. You have the antagonist, which is Captain Beatty. And in this book, the whole gist of it is just Guy Montag. It's called Fahrenheit 451 because Guy Montag and Captain Beatty, they're both firefighters. Captain Beatty is the captain of the fire department, and Montag is one of those firefighters. And the whole thing about this book is that they don't want anyone to read. They said that if you read, and if they find out that you're reading, they'll call the fire department, and then they'll have your house burned down to the ground. If they find any books in your house, if they catch you reading or anything, any of that nature, they will come and burn your house down. I think that, let me tell you why it's so crazy. Guy Montag was kind of confused of why this was happening. He's like, I'm a firefighter, but I feel guilty because I am burning these people's houses down because they're reading books. And Captain Beatty said, I'm gonna put my line down. Captain Beatty said, well, this is what he asked, this is what he told Guy Montag, because Guy Montag was curious to know, why are we doing this, you know, to these people? And Captain Beatty said, the reason that we're doing this is because we don't want people to feel like they're better than us. We want all of us to be on the same level when it comes to society. We don't want anyone reading books. That is against the law. We don't want anyone doing anything of that nature. And if they are, we're going to come and burn their house down. That's how I feel in society, like today, you know, like I feel like this book is based on what's going on today too, you know, like it is so crazy to me. Like society don't want you to be they don't want you to be at a certain rank. They want everyone to be together, but it's not that way. They want you to look alike, dress alike. They don't want anyone to feel like they're better than you. They want everyone to be on one accord. If I look rough, you need to look rough. You shouldn't have any confidence. You need to be humble. Those are things that how society wants you to be. But in reality, y'all, who rule is that? That's more of an insecurity to me. That's more of you don't have control of your life to me. That's more of just, I don't know, patriarchy. Like, I don't know. Like, that is just crazy to me, to why they would think, you know what I'm saying? Like, people cannot be their best selves because society doesn't want you to be that way. I'm so blessed and thankful that God has given all of us a mind of our own, okay? That is very important. Just because you have a mind of your own doesn't mean that that's your own. When you hang around certain people, I know some people that actually listen to what people tell them instead of actually Googling and researching things. Now, don't get me wrong. All I'm saying is, do not let society tell you what to be, how to do. Tell you what to be, how to be, all that other stuff. Because I feel like God has given us a mind of our own. We need to use it, okay? When you're around certain people, like I said, I know people who have, you know, who let people tell them what to do and how to do it and give them the answer for things that they're looking for, like to questions that they're asking. I just feel like, guys, learn to do things on your own. Learn to be independent, okay? And I'm not talking about financially. I'm talking about mentally too. Like, stop listening to everybody about what you should do, how you should do it. Oh, what I would have done was, oh, girl, if I was you, I would have, but you're not me. I didn't even ask you. You know, like, it's just be so much projecting. If you were me, but you're not. I'm not you, okay? And it's a different story. Like, when someone is really trying to help you, you can tell that it's genuine. But a lot of people who have not done things that you are doing, stop telling them stuff. Because they don't even want you to even be doing it. They're like, why should you be doing this? Who do you think you are? Why do you have so much confidence? You think you're better than us? You're not better than us. You should be humble. Why aren't you humble? You need to be humble. You need some humble juice. Because you feel like you the shit and you shouldn't feel like that. Y'all, people are crazy. People are crazy. Okay, like, there's no way that you think I'm about to break myself down because you don't think I deserve it, because you don't think that I have that I'm not humble. I am humble. Humble and confidence are two different things. Humble is when you have a lot to flaunt, but you don't flaunt it. Okay? Confidence means that regardless of what I go through, I know God got me. That's confidence. Okay? That's confidence. But I can see if I said, oh yeah, my shirt costs more than yours, things like that. That is not being humble. You want me to be like, oh my God, I wish I was pretty. You want me to be like that because that's how maybe you feel? No, we're not doing that. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That's why I cannot hang around women. And I'm saying this respectfully because we all want to reach a point where we understand, we learn ourselves and we get better at doing that, and we just get better at being the best version of ourselves so we can be the best version of ourselves to people around us. I'm not going to belittle myself because you feel like I should, because you're not on my level of thinking about yourself that way. I know I'm beautiful. I know I'm very smart and very intelligent. I am very humble and very creative. I know all these things about me. And I'm not going to, I'm very humble about it. Trust me when I say, but I'm not going to still bring myself down when I'm in your company because you don't feel that way about yourself. All I can do is pray for you, wish you well, and keep it moving. But I'm not going to hang around people like that. And it's so hard. And let me tell you something about me. I am an empath. So I know when people are projecting. I can see it, I can feel it. I read people as soon as I walk through the room, and I hate to say that, but I do. It's like I have these freaking goggles on and these 3D glasses, and it's like I can see through you. And I hate to say that because I wish I can turn them off, but I can't. I don't know how to. It's like instant, I can feel when someone isn't being genuine with me. I can feel when someone is being negative and it's like the energy, like you can't feel that energy. I just thank God for discernment. You have to ask God for discernment. But be your best self. And one thing about Guy Montag, when he, in this book, he was the person who was brave enough. He had courage to actually open the book, read for himself. And let me tell you what, he didn't want to put down the book again. Why? Because he learned so much in that book when he read it. Books are here for a reason. Learn. Change your perspective on things. One thing about books too, it helps expand your vocabulary. It helps you to think of life on a different level. Change your perspective on things. It helps you to grow mentally. It's just, oh my God, it's just so important to just read. But like I said, Montag, he was one of those people where he wasn't about to listen to what society wanted him to do and how society told him to live his life. Montag did what Montag wanted to do, and he had the courage to do that. So find the courage to take time to yourself. Find the courage to get better and do better and be better at whatever you want to achieve in this life. But don't listen to society to tell you what you should do and what you shouldn't do, and how you should dress and how you shouldn't dress, and how you should act and how you shouldn't act. If you cannot be yourself around people, you should not be around people. Okay? Learn where your people are. Okay? Well, I tell you, once you get better and you just focus on yourself for a while, those people will gravitate towards you. I promise. Effortlessly. Okay? That new relationship, that everything is going to gravitate towards you that's for you. Because remember, what's not for you will always feel forced. It will always just feel like you're lost and frustrated. When something is for you, it comes to you effortlessly. It comes to you, it just comes to you normally. It just it's very organic. There's no fighting if it's for you. You know what I'm saying? What's for you won't confuse you. It won't frustrate you. I'm just telling you, be alone. Take time for yourself. Learn yourself. And keep learning yourself. When it gets lonely, call on God. And still focus on you. Because really, you're not lonely. That's just a feeling. That's just an emotion that you have. you know, and in your mindset you think you're lonely because you done cut out all the shit that you used to do, and now you're like, damn, I'm here. What to do next? You know, just shit like that. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. And I'm just so glad Montag came out on top and he didn't listen to those other people, especially Captain B, who's in antagonist, who's telling him, like, you shouldn't do this, you should be this, we don't want you to look like we don't want you to feel like you're better than us. And all he wanted to do was just understand why, you know. And it all came upon him when he met a woman who they had to burn her house down that night. And they were having a conversation, and she's like, I love these books. I love reading. These books are my life, and so on and so forth. And he felt bad, like, dang, like, we're really here about to burn this lady's house down, like. And he wondered, like, if she's going crazy over these books, something has to be in them. Like, why is she going so crazy over these books? And she said to him, she said, I will die in this house with my books. I'm not going anywhere. You can burn my house down, but I'm not going anywhere. And that's what they did. And then eventually at the end burned Montag's house down because they realized that he was a reader as well. But be brave enough, okay? Be brave enough, have the courage to do more and be more. Stop listening to other people. Stop being a people pleaser. All right, real quick, before we go, I always forget to do the scripture and then the affirmation. Okay, anyway, our scripture for today is, fear is a liar. Yes, he is. He's a liar. Why would you listen to fear? Fear is just fake. I mean, he's not even real. Why would you listen to him? Why would you listen to one who's not real? He's not real. Okay, he's not real. All right, and that is from 1 John 4:18, okay? Chapter 4, verse 18. 1 John, fear is a liar, and yes, he is. Do not listen to fear, because who is fear? Not real? Okay, cool. All right, our affirmation of the day is, I am worthy. You are worthy. I am worthy. Yes, you are. You're worthy of great things. You deserve great things. You deserve to get out of your comfort zone to accept those great things. Okay? Like, stop looking at your circumstances. Stop looking at your environment. Use this, because this is going to get you everywhere that you want to be in life. This is going to get you further. Okay? Like, I'm so serious. Like, people must understand. And I was reading a video. I was reading a video. I was watching a video of Steve Harvey when he was saying how God gave us our mind as our secret weapon. Just like he gave the cheetah the speed to actually run. And you know, like, you know how fast a cheetah is? He gave cheetah the speed, just like he gave us our minds as our secret weapon, right? Just like he gave birds wings to fly, that's their secret weapon. Like, use what God has given you. Take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, use your mind. Use your mind. It's going to get you so far, I promise. But you must heal, okay? And use your mind to get you where you need to be. Heal your environment, because you can control your mind. You just got to you just got to lessen the noise around you. Like, get away from people, especially if they're negative. Like, I cannot do negativity, y'all. I just cannot do it. I cannot do it. I will burn bridges. I'm going to close out this video just by saying thank you for listening. Thank you for coming again. And I pray that you all have a blessed day. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video, okay?